Now coming to different types and elements of cartographic methods. The field of cartography can be divided into two general categories: general cartography and thematic cartography. General cartography involves those maps that are constructed for a general audience and thus contain a variety of features. General maps exhibit many reference and location systems and often are produced in a series. For example, the 1:24,000 scale topographic maps of the United States Geological Survey are a standard as compared to the 1:50,000 scale Canadian maps. The cartography can also be classified into the following types: traditional cartography, ground representation framed into a coordinate system organized in drawn tables completed by a frame and appropriate parameters. Automatic cartography, it arises from production needs and is included in the traditional cartography production process in terms of numerical data management aimed at the reproduction of geodata on a map. It represents the traditional cartography content in numerical, vector or raster form allows its easy reproduction. Numerical cartography. Numerical cartography preserves all the qualitative and metric characteristics of traditional cartography. Computer cartography, the science, technology and art of making maps using computers and other new technologies. Coming to elements of cartography. Cartography is of fundamental importance for all geographic data characterized by a spatial attribute, that is, data coordinates, as it provides a possible description of the shape and size of the earth and its natural and artificial details. The role of cartography is to map geographic facts and phenomena which are identifiable by their position and which can be geo-referenced, archived and referred onto maps. A cartographic map is a flat, approximate, reduced and symbolic representation on the earth's surface or of its parts. This is achieved according to systems or representations that turn ellipsoidal figures into plane figures and that through appropriate signs can reproduce information about the shape and measure of the ground elements as well as the relative representation of real or abstract phenomena which can be located in space. A map is a cartographic product realized by integrating different disciplines and techniques. The phase of the cartographic process can be summarized as follows: survey, selection and annotation of spatial data, data standardization, data generalization, transformation of the points belonging to the terrestrial surface into the corresponding points on the reference surface through biunivocal correspondence. The terrestrial surface and of the gravity field is approximated by choosing a specific coordinate reference system. Representation of the reference surface on the map according to the cartographic reference system, namely the mathematical equation enabling one to represent the terrestrial surface on map plane or screen. Realization of the map defining its typology, legend and symbols. Some of the important elements of maps are poles, intersection of the rotation axis with the ellipsoidal surface. Equatorial plane, it is the plane that passes through the center of the ellipsoidal perpendicular to the rotation axis. Next is equator. Equator intersection of the equatorial plane with the ellipsoidal surface. Imaginary great circle around the earth, everywhere equidistant from the two geographical poles and forming the baseline from which latitude is considered. Next is meridian. It is the imaginary north-south line between the North Pole and the South Pole that connects all locations with a given longitude. Circle of latitude or parallel. Imaginary east-west circle that connects all locations with given latitude. Next is longitude. Longitude is the angular distance on the Earth's surface measured along any latitude line such as the equator east or west of the prime meridian. Next is latitude. Angular distance of any point on the surface of Earth north or south of the equator. The equator is latitude 0 degree and the North Pole and South Pole are latitudes 90 degree north and 90 degree south respectively.